Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. Let's talk episodes, what would this be, 4 and 5 of The Ultimatum, which is on Netflix, season 1. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, all that good stuff. So let's talk episodes 4 and 5, which are basically the 3 weeks that these people are living with their new parent. Like I said in my first couple videos, I'm not taking notes on this because I don't want to, and I just rather just kind of talk about like bigger topics as opposed to like a scene by scene like I typically do. So going couple by couple, Shanique and Zay. Shanique is so caught up in her head, and she's so worried about Randall and what Randall is doing and getting back to Randall. Because, like, let's be real about this, y'all. She feels that Randall isn't ready, right? Zay is not ready either, and that's why he is on the show. And that's what I'm kind of like, this whole process to me is baffling. Like, I'm not understanding the concept of the show. Someone is not ready to get married to you, so you choose to go have a connection with someone else that's not ready? All right, but okay, Netflix. Okay, Nick Lachey, Vanessa Lachey. This is mind blowing to me. This entire process is just hectic. So Shanique and Zay, they get into this argument because after the guys were out and the women were out, and we're gonna touch on those two outings. There was Zay got into it with Kobe. And Zay comes home and he's trying to explain to Shanique, and it gets heated because she's like she's making faces about the story. Not necessarily about him, but she's making faces about the story. Zay is taking that personally. And the only reason I think that Zay was taking that personally is because he's not used to being with a woman that is expressive and voices her opinions about things. Because we all know that, like, we've seen how Ray gets down. Ray doesn't talk. Ray does not talk. Like, Ray is weird AF, but that girl does not talk. She literally just kind of wants everyone else to kind of take the lead. She's very, very passive and submissive in her personality, from what we can see at least. So because she's not talking, Zay is used to being able to just kind of monopolize the conversation, I think. And now with Shanique, it goes from 0 to 100. And I absolutely was on Shanique's side in that. Me telling you not to talk to me a certain way does not constitute you saying you don't talk to me a certain way. Because Zay was getting loud. Zay was talking over her. Zay was overreacting to her making just a couple of faces. I'm a person, I make a lot of faces. So if somebody making a face is going to distract you or upset you that much, then we don't need to talk at all, because that's me. I make faces a lot. So I did like the fact that he did come back and apologize to her. He knew he was wrong. He knew he was overreacting. A lot of that could have been the liquor. Okay, a lot of that could have been the liquor. Seemed like everybody was drunk at both of those parties. And that's kind of where that kind of escalated and just went wrong with him. But him coming back and apologizing showed, his maturity, because I always say, it takes a certain level of maturity and respect to apologize to someone. If somebody flat out refuses to apologize to you for anything, they don't respect you. That is my own personal philosophy. If you cannot apologize to me for something that you know you did wrong, or for something that I told you offended me, you don't respect me as a person. Point blank. So Shanique, the entire time, like I said, she's more focused on Randall and how Randall's doing. Meanwhile, like, her and Zay are just kind of going along to get along really with the process. But even though they see that their partners are really like immersing themselves into it and really getting down to the root of what the process is about, they're still kind of holding back in doing that. Shanique, after hearing that what was going on with Randall and Madeline, she's kind of feeling away. So her and Zay are having this talk, and you can tell that Shanique is attracted to Zay. She likes Zay, but she wants Zay to make the first move, right? She wants him to probably kiss her. She wants him to make a move first, and she kind of like he's not doing that because in his mind he's getting back with Ray, so he doesn't want to cross any boundaries or cross the line. But apparently, when they were back at the house at their apartments that night, I guess they had sex. It was weird because like we definitely see her come over by him. We can definitely see under the sheets he is pulling down his underwear. Like you can see the motion. You can kind of see her get like between his legs, and then blacked out because no for Netflix. And then when he come back, she's on the far other side of the bed. Girl, was it shame? Were you ashamed of what you did? That entire like scene confused me. The scene with Shanique and Randall when they were arguing. They should have never met up, for one. But my whole thing is, I feel like Randall kind of says things to get underneath her skin. Randall's very smug. He has a way of like rolling his neck, which bothers me when men do it. But he has a way of like rolling his neck and like saying things that he knows is going to get under her skin. So you know that she's really not entirely the most comfortable with you being with this woman, sharing, intimate moments. She's not around. Y'all are sharing a bed, all this other stuff. So for you to tell her that, oh yeah, well, we've had these moments together, and I'm taking time away from her, I'm leaving her alone to come down here. I said, Randall, you'd have had me all the way effed up. Because what you like, and I felt her with that whole, so you're going to put her feelings over mine? Mess. 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 Mess the entire time. So moving over to Randall and Madeline, it very much gives fetish to me, like I've been saying. Madeline's drunk ass was really trying to get up on him. Now I will say this: Randall and Madeline have been doing more than just what they're showing on the cameras, because she felt too comfortable coming in that house that night and trying to climb up on that man in the bed, right? He said, we can't do this, stop, which tells me, y'all have been doing this off camera, and that's why she felt so emboldened to come in and do that, right? So he's telling her, no, we're on camera. She said, I don't care. Why do you care? So then she goes in the kitchen because she's drunk and she's trying to warm up some food, and he comes in and he's clearly drunk too, and he's talking about what happened at the men's little powwow. She doesn't care because she's disgusted by her partner. She does not like Kobe. So he's trying to tell her what happened. Like, I don't know if he was trying to like make her jealous or get her upset by what Kobe was saying. But she was like, why are you talking about this? Why? And she kept asking him, why are you doing this? Stop. I don't want to talk about it. And he kept going on and on. I do not like Randall. Don't like Madeline, but I feel like I don't like Randall a smidge more. He seems like a very smug son of a bitch that just likes to antagonize, and he's very condescending. So they're going back and forth arguing about this. She's upset because she don't want to hear about what Kobe is doing because she is disgusted by him. And I'm like, I'm so sick of seeing y'all. I don't want to see nothing about y'all. Later in the episode, you know what I just thought about? We didn't see them meet each other's did we? We did. Let me yes. This is probably why I need notes. Madeline brought Randall around her people in the way that they all were like, ooh, a black man. Oh my God, a black man. Yes, like that's what it felt like. The way that they were disrespecting Kobe, yeah, she would be he's so much better. Like Kobe wasn't memorable. I said, memorable, sis? You met her in college? Education. Education. Rememberable. I said, Lord have mercy. It don't even sound right repeating it. But here she is. She said it twice. She said it twice. Um, it gave fetish. I can't stress it enough. Something is very disingenuous about not only the way that Madeline talks about Randall, but the way that her group of friends were like staring at him. It gave me Get Out. It gave me, did y'all see the movie Master? That's the vibe I was getting from it. I was uncomfortable from it. I didn't like it at all. But at the end, we see Randall and Madeline. They're having this conversation, and Madeline is upset because she kind of feels low key like she feels as if Randall has not really shown up and shown out for her during this process. She keeps saying how she knows the physical attraction is there, but he's not being vulnerable on camera. He hasn't given this to her, and then they have this sloppy looking disgusting kiss right in the middle of whatever little restaurant they're at. It's weird. I hope they don't stay together. I don't want her with Kobe either. I want Madeline to go away. I don't want to see her with nobody. And I feel like Randall is just really not the right fit for Shanique. Because like the way that we heard, the way that Shanique's black came out when she was talking to Randall, I'm talking to Zay, and she was telling him, you got the wrong one. I feel like Randall just does not fit with Shanique. That's me. I think it's more of a level of comfortability with the two of them, not really true chemistry and attraction. Jake and Ray, the kissing cousins. I swear for God, they look like they are related. So Jake and Ray, Jake's mother does not like Ray. Jake lied to Ray's face, talking about my mom said that you are the perfect woman for me. That ain't what your mama said. I thought it was very rude of his mother to start. You're here to meet her, and here you are bigging up April. I was uncomfortable watching it. I don't know how Ray felt in that moment, but I was definitely uncomfortable myself watching that entire scene. So you can even see I'm not Kobe. You can see Jake start to retract. You can see him literally start to retract and start to kind of pull away from her. So much so that later, that like the night before, like their last night together, he is literally telling her, like, this is wild because, I'm wondering if I can see a future for you, or I know how much Zay loves you, and you should probably be with him. So even though Jake like has this very strong attraction and connection to Ray, the fact that his mama was like, you need to be with April, he is literally willing to throw all that aside to go with who his mother wants him to pick. Ray and her daddy, I liked I get the feeling her father don't like Zay. This is all very very messy, y'all. It's so hard to even try to quantify what is happening in these episodes because it is so much. So much. But Jake and Ray, I do hope they end up together. I do. Um Seeing them, the chemistry they have, how much they have in common, how easy and comfortable they were with each other is ideally what you want from a relationship. The snippets that we have seen of Jake and April have really been about them arguing and having these like super intense conversations where he feels that he's not being heard, he feels that his needs aren't being met. It's uncomfortable and unsettling to watch. And then Kobe and April, apparently they finally decide that they have chemistry the very last night. They haven't been a real couple the entire time. They were forced to be together. They didn't pick each other. They look like they would be really really good friends, but like really nothing more past that. This women's meetup, Madeline was big tripping. Madeline had everybody effed up. Madeline was drunk, and Madeline is telling April, girl, you talk too much. You need to listen to Zay. I mean, you need to listen to Jake. But then, Jake, you should be with Ray. You guys should end up together. And yeah, I've been, you're Randall, we cuddle, and he gets boners. And it's like, girl, what are you drinking? What was she drinking? The Incredible Hulk? Was she drinking gin? Like, what was Madeline drinking that made her feel so emboldened that she can go in and be so disrespectful? Absolutely disrespectful the way that she was. I get it's a process. We're all dating each other's dudes, but there still has to be a level of respect within the way that we're going to talk about what's going on. And Madeline's drunk ass did not accept or did not acknowledge that. The way that she was talking to Shanique about Randall was disgusting. I'm gonna take your man, and he's talking to me like he can see a future with me, and yeah, this is it, and you guys shouldn't care. Why are you mad? And it's like, just because you absolutely don't like your dude, don't mean that these other women don't like theirs because they have an ultimatum in place. They have the ultimatum in place because they really do like these men and they feel like they're not getting what they want out of their relationship. Madeline has truly disgusted me. I am already cringing at watching the next 3 episodes to see how she is going to behave when she is back living with Kobe. I can't take it. Kobe's ass on the other side, the way he tried to make it seem as if Zay was making girls kiss him. Who cares? I don't know what the truth is. It could be some truth in it, but like, where the hell is the bro code? Like, the way that he was doing that and was smug about it, it was almost like, I want to make sure that I say this in front of all the guys so they can go back and pillow talk, so it can get back to not only your girl, but to get back to Shanique as well. Disgusting. Kobe, I really effed with you until that moment, but it looked like Kobe was drunk. I can just imagine how awful Madeline and Kobe both were together after a night of drinking. They look like they the type that should keep up messy shit. Could not believe it. So let me know what you guys thought about the pairings of Shanique and Zay, Jake and Ray, Madeline and Randall, and then April and Kobe. And I will be back in a couple of hours with the final episode. Well, no. My final video on the last 3 episodes. Then we'll be caught up for tomorrow, y'all. Catch y'all in a few. Peace.